Welcome to episode 5 of our Thailand tour on my modified Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. Last time we battled the floods between Hua Hin and Bangkok, but today's adventure is packed with more. It's Teacher T's birthday, and for the perfect treat, we're heading to the Indian motorcycle showroom at Rama 5 in Bangkok. But that's not all. We're also exploring the ancient ruins of Ayutthaya and visiting one of Thailand's famous floating markets. Does Teacher T end up riding off with a brand new Indian motorcycle today? Stick around and find out. Recently I've had the chance to ride and review a whole range of bikes, all in the pursuit of the perfect touring machine, something that's as comfortable for long rides as it is portable for both rider and pillion. Now don't get me wrong, I absolutely loved the Harley-Davidson Street Glide. It's built for comfort, no doubt, but here's the catch: affordability was a real roadblock. So after a bit of thinking, I realised it was way cheaper to upgrade my Royal Enfield Meteor 650 with some aftermarket suspension, seats and a belt drive, getting the comfort I want without breaking the bank. Will Indian motorcycles sway me today? It's kind of ironic, isn't it? My Royal Enfield, a bike proudly made in India, is my trusty steed, yet here I am drawn to the legendary Indian motorcycles, a brand made in the USA with a heritage as rich as its name. Here's the twist. Both brands boast to have been producing motorbikes since 1901, each with over a century of stories to tell, but there's one key difference: Royal Enfield never stopped. Through wars, revolutions and changing times, it kept rolling, cementing its legacy as the longest continually produced motorcycle brand in the world. In 1953, Indian motorcycles ceased production after struggling financially post-World War II. Production started briefly again in 1999 until 2003, until production ended for the second time between 2003 and 2006. Small production began again in 2008 until the company was purchased by Polaris Industries in 2011. Since then, things seems to be going okay again for the Indian motorcycle brand. Here is my first look at the new 2024 Indian Scout, and the very first time I've ever sat on an Indian motorcycle. I have to say it's a lot smaller and lower than I expected. It's a sharp looking bike, lightweight and easy to handle, but it's not exactly screaming "take me home." What brought me here was the price. It's significantly lower than the Harley-Davidson, which caught my attention. But the bike that is screaming at me to take it home today is the Indian Chief. That machine just oozes classic American muscle. It's the kind of bike you dream about. The problem? The price. It's right up there with the Harley-Davidson, and once again, Teacher T finds himself way out of his league. There is another YouTuber in action in the showroom today, so I've been told to be quiet, hence the voiceovers. Loving the angle of that suspension, loving the angle of that. Just very worried about the electronics here. I was worried about the Enfield. Look at that, that's all electronic. It's going to get wet. I really did fall in love with the Chief today, and one thing that stood out was the number plate holder, how it swings on the rear indicator. It just suspends there and it's movable, just in case you fall off or hit something. Instead of it breaking off, it'll move. Such a good feature. I really like it, and it shows off the rear wheel superbly. And for those of you that are worried about chain covers for the belt drive, look at that, that's a brand new Indian. What is that doing? Absolutely nothing. So what are you worried about? The rear pulley on the belt drive is double flanged, and I've had an update from RS Tech, who make the belt drive system for the Meteor 650. They are going to revise the product and make a double flanged rear pulley very soon. I'll let you know and review it as soon as it comes available. It's time to head off. Mrs. T is looking slightly bored, and it's time to visit our daughter in Bangkok. We spent a couple of private days catching up and celebrating teacher T's birthday. The rain poured non-stop for 2 days. Luckily we weren't travelling on the motorbike during this time, but on the day we said our goodbyes, the weather takes a turn for the better. Sunshine and clear blue skies greet us. It's the perfect moment to navigate out of Bangkok and head north to Ayutthaya, a popular and historic tourist destination.
Someone's in a hurry, in front of a policeman.
With a big bike, fully loaded panniers and a pillion on board, I decided to take it slow and steady. This is where small motorbikes truly shine, effortlessly weaving in and out of traffic, riders zipping by often without helmets, fearless and unfazed. Lane discipline, practically non-existent.
Just push your way in.
It's a whole different world on these roads here.
Turn right. Oh, now you're coming back again. Ayutthaya, that's where we're heading. Oh well, that answers that. If the handlebars can go through, my saddlebags can go through. Checkpoint.
Here we are, back on busy roads packed with trucks and riddled with potholes. A less than pleasant experience. Unfortunately, leaving Bangkok to reach Ayutthaya means no other way around it this time. But good news, after Ayutthaya we'll be back on those quiet, scenic, rural roads we love so much. Arriving at Ayutthaya, we were welcomed by mahouts and tourists riding elephants, and here we decided to ditch the bike and just grab a small little taxi, just because we didn't really know our way around to the popular tourist spots.
There's our little Robin reliant taxi, and then here we have the reclining Buddha of Ayutthaya. I don't know about you, Mrs. T, but now I'm feeling sleepy. I think he likes his music, Pat, don't you think? Now this one looks a bit like the Leaning Tower of Pizza here, apparently. Somebody's feeling a bit hot today, poor boy.
Finding somewhere really cool place to sleep.
Yeah. Remnants of Buddha statues, all with their heads missing, and the reason for that is when travellers first came here from Europe, they always wanted a Buddha head as a souvenir to take back with them. Hence the reason, this day and age, it's illegal to carry Buddha images in your suitcase. And this is what we really wanted to see today, the Buddha head growing in the tree roots. It's very hot today, Mrs. T. Why is that?
I don't know why Ayutthaya is so hot.
We just had 2 days rain in Bangkok.
Yes, we are.
But luckily we escaped the rain today, yeah?
It's really blue sky and so hot.
Yeah, we're lucky. We're very lucky. Apart from, it's just so hot. And this is the danger of tourism. All these Buddha images are headless because they were souvenirs to take home in the Victorian times.
Founded around 1350, Ayutthaya became renowned for its grand palaces, intricate temples and bustling international commerce, earning it the nickname Venice of the East. However, in 1767 the city was completely looted and destroyed by the Burmese. Interestingly, this historical connection may explain why so many modern-day low-paid workers in Thailand hail from Myanmar, formerly known as Burma. So it's time to get on the bike, head 20 minutes north, and we're going to see Ayutthaya's floating market. In episode 1, we caught our first glimpse of the China to Bangkok high-speed railway construction. Now, 700 kilometers further south, we're seeing it again. The sheer scale is impressive. The massive amounts of cement, steel and labour involved must be costing a fortune. This is likely how Thailand looked 200 years ago. The entire site is a meticulous recreation reminiscent of a Victorian village in the UK. It's charming and draws both locals and foreign tourists alike. What's truly fascinating are the boats, powered by a unique propulsion system that uses high pressure water jets. This is a clever design and ensures the safety of those massive catfish in the waterways.
ก๋วยเตี๋ยวเรือ15 บาทเท่านั้นเย็นๆเลยค่ะ
Today was a very good day, 2 major stops filming and around 280 kilometers covered on the bike. We take the rural roads to Tak Phar and are lured by the Tak Phar homestay sign. We had a pleasant stay, undercover parking for the bike and a funny story to boot, which we will share with you on our next and last episode, which sadly came to a sudden end. Please leave a like if you enjoyed your journey with us today, and please make sure that you are subscribed for the next and last episode, which proves to be very adventurous and scenic as we make our way home to rural Chiang Rai. Until next time, ride safe.